Hi, welcome to Cloud Journey with Aster channel. Welcome back. Today, we're going to learn about practice question and answer for AWS Certified AI Practitioner exam. Are you ready? I hope you are. Now, first question. A company is building a chatbot to improve user experience. The company is using a large language model from Amazon Bedrock for intent detection. The company wants to use few-shot learning to improve intent detection accuracy. Which additional data does the company need to meet these requirements? Is it A, pair of chatbot responses and correct user intents, sorry. Is it pairs of user messages and correct chatbot responses? Or is it pairs of user messages and correct user intents? Or is it pairs of user intents and correct chatbot responses? The answer is C, pairs of user messages and correct user intents. Now, what's few shot learning? Few shot learning is showing the chatbot a few examples of what people say and what these messages mean, right? So, for example, if I say, I want to fly to Paris, my intent is to book a flight, right? If I say, what's the weather in London? My intent is to check the weather. If I say cancel my hotel booking, my intent is to cancel reservation. So what I need to give to the LLM is pairs of user message and the correct user intent. Then the LLM can learn. Okay, so few shot learning is to give some examples of what people say and what the message mean, and the LLM can learn from it. Okay. Next question. This is a natural language processing service that uses machine learning to uncover insights in text, detect customer sentiment, analyze customer interactions, and automatically categorize inbound support requests. What is this? What is this? The answer is AWS Comprehend. Now, whenever you see the keyword sentiment analysis, you should immediately think of AWS Comprehend, which is the only one here which can do that. Not text analytics, not AWS SageMaker. Text analytics doesn't even exist. It's not even an official service name. It's a general term. Okay. AWS SageMaker, no, that's for machine learning platform. It helps developer to build, train, deploy custom ML models. It's not for sentiment analysis. Of course, you can build and train and deploy a custom ML models that does sentiment analysis, but it does not have sentiment analysis out of the box. You must build it yourself. Therefore, it's not C. Okay. It's A, AWS Comprehend. In short, SageMaker is like a blank ML workbench, powerful but needs effort and expertise. Comprehend is like a finished tool, just give it text and it tells you the sentiment. Hence, A is the correct answer. Number 3. What is the primary purpose of Amazon Macy? Is it to analyze large-scale data set? Is it to identify and protect sensitive data in Amazon? Or is it to deploy machine learning models? Or is it to manage IAM policies? The answer is B. It's for identifying and protecting sensitive data in AWS. The primary purpose of Amazon Macy is to automatically discover, classify, and protect sensitive data in AWS. Amazon Macy finds sensitive information like email addresses, names, credit card numbers, social security numbers, other personally identifiable information. In your Amazon S3 bucket, it tells you where it is exposed. So just think of Amazon Macy like a watchdog. Whir, 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 whir. It's checking what's dangerous, what's sensitive, and it tries to protect you. Oh, okay, there's an email address in the S3 bucket. I gotta tell you. I gotta alert you about that. That is Amazon Macy. All right. Next, question 4. What is Amazon SageMaker used for? A. Hosting websites. B. Managing databases. C. Building and training, deploying machine learning models. D. Performing ETL operations, which is ETL is basically extract, transfer, transform, load. Okay. So what is it? The answer is C. SageMaker is for building, training, and deploying machine learning models. All right. It's a toolkit for developers and data scientists who want to create custom AI models instead of using pre built ones. Question 5. Name two types of sensitive information Amazon Macy can detect, which I shared earlier. What is it? The answer is all of the above. Credit card numbers, social security numbers, email addresses, Amazon Macy, the watchdog, can find all this information for you. Question 6. What are the key features of SageMaker ground truths labeling process? Is it A, it only uses manual labeling by human workers? Wow, that doesn't sound right. Is it B, it uses a combination of human in the loop and machine learning to label data? Or is it C, it trains models without any labeled data? That sounds like unsupervised learning. D, it only labels data for supervised learning tasks. What is it? The answer is B. It uses human in the loop and machine learning to label data. E- Okay, in simple terms, SageMaker ground truth can start with human laborers tagging some data, then use machine learning to label the rest automatically and bring some human back to check and correct the AI's work. All right. Question 7. What is the primary purpose of Amazon Inspector? Is it to translate text between languages? Or B, is it to automate and continue vulnerability management at scale? Or C, is it to provide real time video analytics? Or D, is it to automate machine learning training? What is it? Inspector. Think of what inspector means. Amazon Inspector. Okay. The answer is B. It's to automate continual vulnerability management at scale. It's not to translate between languages. That's AWS Translate. Okay? It's not to provide real time video analytics. That's what service? That's Amazon Recognition. C is Amazon Recognition, not Amazon Inspector. Amazon Recognition is a service that helps you analyze image and videos. It can even do facial analysis. Okay? So C is out, A is out. Now, 8. Which AWS services provide end to end request tracing? Is it CloudWatch? Is it CloudTrail? Is it X-Ray? Is it Config? What's the answer? End to end request tracking. The answer is C, X-Ray. Okay? What is X-Ray? X-Ray is like a distributed tracing service that helps you developer analyze and debug production application. It provides an end-to-end view of requests as they travel through your application, allowing you to identify performance bottlenecks, errors, and other issues in your distributed system. So think of it as a GPS tracker for your app's data. You know how GPS shows you the route a car takes? AW X-ray shows you the route data takes through your app. Okay? So you know where things are slow, you know where error happen, you know which part of your apps need fixing. All right. Question 9. What is AWS SageMaker Marketplace? Is it a marketplace for purchasing AWS EC2 instance, which are virtual machines? Is it a platform to buy and sell machine learning models, algorithms, and data sets? Is it a marketplace for AWS infrastructure products? Is it a marketplace for hiring data scientists and engineers? Cool. I wish I could do that. Is it D? Is it C? Is it B? Is it A? What is it? Well, the answer, it is B. AWS Sage Marketplace is a digital catalog where you can find, buy, and deploy machine learning models and algorithms developed by someone else. All right, so think of it as a marketplace that goes shopping for ML built by other people. This will save you a lot of your time and sometimes cost. Question 10. What is the primary function of Amazon Bedrock guardrails? Now think of guardrails. What does it sound like it does? That would help you. Rails, make sure the car doesn't swerve off the road, guardrails. A, to enhance the speed of model inference. B, to provide safeguard and filters for generative AI applications. C, interpretation. D, drop colon. What is the answer? Well, it's obvious. The answer is B, to provide safeguards and filters for generative AI applications. Now, guardrails is like a content filter. So, for example, you can detect and filter harmful text, images in input prompts or model responses. So, you can filter things like insults, verbal abuse, sexual violence, misconduct, prompt attacks, hate, right? And you also can deny topics. For example, if I ask the ML model, who makes the best burger? And I'm McDonald's. Let's, for example, I'm McDonald's using AWS. I would not want the answer to be KFC. All right. That would totally destroy, make me look dumb, right? So I need to deny that topic. I need to make sure the answer is not KFC. Everything should be best burger, should be McDonald's, best, milkshake should be McDonald's. All right. And I can like block sensitive information, for example, personal identifiable information, problematic sensitive information. I can block them and make sure the ML doesn't provide that to you. All right. So that's what basically what Amazon Bedrock guardrails do. Easy. Okay, question 11. Which of the following statements accurately distinguishes supervised learning from unsupervised learning? Is it A? Supervised learning uses labeled data to train models, while unsupervised learning uses unlabeled data to identify patterns or groupings. Yes, supervised learning is dealing with labeled data, that's correct. Unsupervised learning is always unlabeled data. Okay, what's B? Supervised learning requires manual feature extraction, while unsupervised learning automatically selects features. C. Supervised learning is faster to train than unsupervised learning due to simpler algorithms. Or is it D? All of the above. The answer is A. Supervised learning uses labeled data to train models, while unsupervised learning uses unlabeled data to identify patterns or groupings. Okay, so let's look at what are the examples of supervised learning and what are the examples of unsupervised learning. Common supervised learning are like classification, for example, whether an email is spam or not, right? Or regression, predicting the house price based on features such as size and location. These are considered supervised learning because they're labeled and they only work if they're labeled. Unsupervised learning is like clustering and dimension reduction. Clustering is grouping customers, for example, based on purchasing behavior, right? So usually this is done by finding the mean distance between each other, right? Dimension reductionality Dimensionality reduction, sorry. Reduce is about reducing the number of features in a data set while preserving its structure. So it's really taking the key information out. Think of it like 3D to 2D to 1D, something like that. Question 12. Which of the following is an example of reinforcement learning? Is it A, classifying emails as spam or not spam? As we learned previously, this is supervised learning. It's classification. Classification. Or is it B, training a robot to navigate through a maze? It sounds more like this, doesn't it? Or is it C, detecting objects in an image? Or is it D, predicting house prices? Now we know that predicting house prices is a regression model and it's not reinforcement learning. What's the answer? The answer is B, training a robot to navigate through a maze. This is a type of reinforcement learning where you reward the robot for making the right decision. Reinforcement learning is all about reward and penalties. The goal is to learn a policy that maximizes cumulative rewards over time. Question 13. What is the goal of reinforcement learning? You should know this. The answer is B, is to maximize cumulative rewards over time, not to minimize the loss, not to reduce the number of features, not to generate label data, but to maximize cumulative rewards over time. Think of reinforcement learning like a dog. He's asking for treats, right? If your pet dog does the right thing, you would give him a treat. That is reinforcement learning, and your dog wants to get as much treats as possible, right? Very reward oriented. That's reinforcement learning. Question 14. Which Amazon Bedrock pricing model is suitable for companies with a limited budget and a preference for flexibility without long-term commitment? Without long-term commitment. Is it A, on demand, or is it B, model customization, or C, provision throughput, or is it D, spot instance? Now, the answer is A. Why is it A? A is very flexible, right? Is I use how much, I pay how much. I'm paying as I go. If I suddenly want to use more servers, I can use more servers. I can easily scale up and down based on my needs, making it ideal for growth. And also, on demand has no minimum usage. I can start small and then grow as I need. Question 15. Which of the following is a key feature of Amazon Bedrock? Is it A, integrating Amazon Lambda for serverless computing? Or is it B, accessing to a variety of foundational models from leading AI companies? Or is it C, built-in support for real-time video processing? Or is it D, automatic generation of ML models without user input? What is it? The answer is B. It helps you assess variety of foundation model from leading AI companies. I can get APIs to Anthropic, APIs to AI 21 Labs, APIs to Cohort, APIs to Meta, API to Mistral AI, API to Stability, so that I can create from text. I can create images. I can have API to Amazon's own models like Titan, right? Amazon Bedrock, the key thing about this is serverless, meaning users do not need to manage infrastructure at all. Question 16. What is the primary purpose of vector embeddings in machine learning? Is it A, to convert category data into numeric format? Or is it B, to represent words, phrases, or sentences as dense vectors in a high dimensional space? Or is it C, to transform data into graphical representation? Or is it D, to perform feature selection in machine learning models? What's the answer? Well, the answer is B. The primary purpose of vector embedding is to represent words, phrases, or sentence as dense vectors in a high dimensional space so that we can trace their relationship between each other. All right, so just imagine a graph, and there's different points on the graph. These points, right, they would have a vector for this point, and the different phrases and words can have a relationship to each other in a sense that it's more like a semantic meaning and relationship, right? And this transformation enables ML models to process and analyze data more efficiently. Question 7. In which scenario would fine tuning be better option compared to RAG? Now, just to explain what is fine tuning and what's RAG. Fine tuning is specializing a model with lots of domain specific data, while RAG is retrieving relevant information before generating an answer. RAG is good when you want real time information. So, what do you think is the answer? The answer is B. RAG is good when you want to specialize a model in a specific field like legal or medical knowledge, right? Fine tuning is better when you need domain specific expertise, consistent tone and style, stable knowledge base, right? For example, stable knowledge base, for example, like healthcare, right? Your body and how your body functions, that doesn't change. Law usually doesn't change. Finance, the debit, credit, all this way of functioning, it doesn't really change. That's why it's good for fine tuning. But let's say if the data is constantly changing, you always have new information, you shouldn't use fine tuning because it won't be accurate and it won't be context aware responses anymore. You have to use RAG because RAG is good when you want to connect the most updated data or you need to assess dynamic information. RAG is good when you need things up to date. So, to help you understand, fine tuning is specializing a model with a lot of domain specific data, while RAG is retrieving relevant information before generating answer. So you can think of this like this. Fine tuning is like turning a generalist to a specialist, to an expert. While RAG is giving a model a search engine to find relevant info and then answer. Whenever you see information, keywords like they want to assess to the most relevant information or real time updated information, you should pick RAG, not fine tuning. All right. Question 18. Which technique would you use if you want to ensure that your AI model always generates answers based on the most recent information available? Aha, you should know this. C. RAG. This is the best technique when you want to have the most recent information. RAG enhances the LM by integrating them with external data sources during inference. This allows the model to retrieve up-to-date information from live data streams, APIs, or database, ensuring the response reflect the most current knowledge available. Question 19. What does the term hallucination refer to in the context of AI models, particularly generative models like GPT? Now, very easy answer. The answer is B, the generation of completely fabricated or incorrect information. I mean, the word hallucination gives it themselves, right? What is a good example of hallucination? For example, if I ask the GPT, what who is Donald Trump, right? Who is Donald Trump? And the GPT replies, Donald Trump is an African lady who likes strawberries. That would be hallucination. Totally inaccurate information. Question 20. What is Amazon Titan? Amazon Titan is a family of generative AI models developed by AWS in-house. It's not a new e-commerce platform. It's not a cloud computing service for business. It's a family of generative AI models developed by AWS. They have AWS Titan Text Premier, they have AWS Titan Text Express, they have AWS Titan Text Lite, AWS Titan Text Embeddings, AWS Titan Text Embedding version 2, all kind of stuff. Question 21. In unsupervised learning, which of the following is a common task? Is it A, regression? Is it B, classification? Is it C, clustering? Is it D, time forecasting? The answer is C, clustering. Regression, classification, these are all supervised learning. It is not unsupervised learning. Time series forecasting, that is also supervised learning because I have to label it. Question 22. Which of the following is true about supervised learning? It learns patterns from data without labeled examples. Or it requires labeled data to make predictions or classification. Or it is used only for clustering tests. Or it doesn't require any input features to make prediction. Which of the following is true about supervised learning? The answer is it requires labeled data to make predictions or classification. That's the key about supervised learning. That's something that I want to drill down in you. Supervised learning, always labeled. Unsupervised learning, unlabeled. Supervised is like you have a teacher who teaches you, but unsupervised learning is like there's no teacher. Nah, you got to do this yourself. It's something like that. So teacher doesn't give you any um, labeled data to learn. That's unsupervised. All right. Now, question 23. Which of the following is an example of a classification problem? Is it predicting house prices based on features like size and location? Is it predicting the temperature for the next day? Is it categorizing emails as spam or not spam? Is it estimating the total sales for the year? Well, what is a classification problem? The answer is C, categorizing emails as spam or not spam. Now remember, classification finds a category, not a value. A is a value. I'm predicting house price. That's a value. B is a value. It's temperature. It's not a category. C is a category. Spam, not spam. Classification category. Classification category. Get this together. Okay? It's not a value. Classification never predicts a numerical value like A, B, and D. It predicts a category. Okay? Question 24. What is the primary purpose of Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler? Is it A, to train machine learning models, B, to deploy models into production, C, to simplify and accelerate data preparation and pre-processing steps, or is it D, to monitor the performance of machine learning models? The answer is C. Data Wrangler job is to simplify and accelerate the data preparation and pre-processing steps. What does Data Wrangler do? Key features and capabilities. It does data imports and integration. It does data transformation, visualization, analysis, feature engineering, data quality assessment, model prediction and estimation, workflow automation. Automation. Question 25. What is the primary use case for Amazon recognition? Now, hint recognition. I can recognize you. I can recognize her face. I can recognize this image. I can recognize this video. What is the use case? The use case is image and video analysis for object detection, facial recognition, and more. It's not for text translation. It's not for speech to text conversion. It's not for chat development. All right. C, speech to text, is more like Amazon transcribe, not AWS recognition. And D, chatbot development, is more like Amazon Lex. What's Amazon Lex? Amazon Lex is a fully managed service for AWS that enables developers to build conversational interface using voice and text. All right. Question 26. Which AWS service provides a platform to build, train, and deploy machine learning models at scale? Is it A, Amazon Poly? Nope. Amazon Poly is for AI voice, to create AI voice. Is it B, Amazon SageMaker? Is it C, Amazon Transcribe? Is it D, Amazon Comprehend? What's the answer? The answer is Amazon SageMaker. Amazon SageMaker is always for building, training, and deploying machine learning models at scale. All right? It's not Amazon Poly. Amazon Poly is like, I want to create an AI voice. I would type, say this, and then it'll create a voice for me. Text to speech. Okay, text to voice. Creating AI voice with text. That's Poly. C, Amazon Translate is, you know what it is, translating different languages. It can translate like 75 languages plus plus. All right. Amazon Comprehend is for text analytics, sentiment analysis, natural language processing. Natural language processing means the robot is able to understand human conversation. Robot trying to mimic humans' ability to converse with each other. All right. Question 27. What is the main feature of Amazon Poly? Is it to convert text to speech with natural sounding voice? Or is it to analyze images and features, videos for security purpose? That sounds like recognition, not Poly. Is it C to generate text contents from structured data? Or is it D to translate text into different languages? Of course, you know the answer. Good job. A, it's to convert text to speech with natural sounding voice. Perfect. Question 28. What is the main function of Amazon Comprehend? Is it sentiment analysis and text classification? Is it text to speech conversion? Is it object and facial recognition in images? Is it building recommendation systems? The answer is A, sentiment analysis and text classification. Whenever you see sentiment analysis and text classification, always think of Amazon Comprehend. That's the keywords that's connected with Amazon Comprehend. All right? It's not text to speech conversion, okay? That's Poly. It's not object and facial recognition in images. That's Amazon Recognition. It's not building recommendation systems. That's Amazon Personalize, which is designed for developers to create real-time personalized recommendation for application, websites, and marketing campaign without requiring deep expertise in machine learning. Question 29. Amazon Text Track is used to extract data from which of the following? Is it A, audio and speech files? Is it B, scanned documents and forms? Is it C, video content? Or is it D, web pages? The answer is B, scanned document and forms. No, it doesn't take from audio and speech files. No, it doesn't take from video content. It doesn't take from web pages. It can take from JPEG, PNG, TIFF, PDF. Its main function is optical character recognition. Now, what's optical character recognition? Character recognition is when you convert uh, human readable text to machine readable text. So, for example, I take a picture of my birth certificate. It'll take that and put it as individual values, key value pairs, as their, her date of birth, mother name, what's the mother name, things like that. Okay, so it does text extraction, form data extraction, key value pairs and forms. Okay, that's OCR. Doesn't do videos at all, mainly documents and forms. Question 30. In Amazon SageMaker, which of the following algorithms is optimized for performing time series forecasting tasks? Is it A, SGBoost, B, linear learner, C, deep AR, D, K means clustering? The answer is deep AR. Question 31. What's the primary function of AWS CloudTrail? The answer is B, logging API calls for AWS service. Now, don't confuse this with CloudWatch. CloudTrail is more for logging, all right? CloudWatch is more for monitoring, okay? Just think of it like you're on a trail and you need to log your trail. When you walk on a trail, there'll be footsteps, right? Where you went. Yeah, so those little footsteps are the logs, are the audit trails of where you stepped and where you went. Now, CloudWatch is like a stalker, right? So I'm stalking you and watching and monitoring you, CloudWatch. So just look out for the keywords. Usually when you see keywords like monitoring, it's CloudWatch. When you see keywords like logging, it's CloudTrail. All right? Question 32. Which AWS service is designed for real-time data streaming and analytics? Is it Amazon Kinesis, or is it Amazon Glue, or is it Amazon SQS, or is it Amazon SNS? Now, the answer is Amazon Kinesis, which is for real-time streaming. All right. AWS Glue is not for that. AWS Glue is for ETL, which is extract, transform, load. Amazon SQS is not for that. It's for message queue service. So when you want to create decoupled microservice, you would use Amazon SQS. Amazon SNS is not for that. It's for pub and sub messaging system. Okay. Question 33. What is the primary use case of Amazon CloudWatch? Is it for monitoring AWS service and applications? Or is it for managing DNS records or storing and retrieving data? Or is it for running serverless code? The answer is A, for monitoring AWS resources and application, okay? Amazon CloudWatch is a vital tool for monitoring and managing your AWS environment, providing insights to maintain application performance and optimize resource utilization. So think of Amazon CloudWatch as a stalker of your AWS service and application. It's just constantly watching, stalking, watching, and monitoring and managing, creating insights. Okay. Question 34. In Amazon SageMaker, which tool allows you to automatically create machine learning models with full visibility into the process? The answer is SageMaker Autopilot. You can automatically create machine learning models with full visibility in the process. Okay. The first option A, Amazon SageMaker experiments. is not that, is for purpose built tool to help you track, manage, and analyze parameters, metrics, code versions, and training data sets. SageMaker Canvas is a no code ML interface for business analysts to create highly accurate ML models without any ML experience. Usually, when you look at the question and it says, I need a solution to create ML model, but I don't know how to code, no code, then the answer is Amazon SageMaker Canvas. All right. But in this case, it's about automatically, auto. Then you should pick SageMaker Autopilot. All right. Really look at the keywords. Looking at the keywords will really help you ace this exam. Question 35. Which Amazon SageMaker feature allow you to detect and mitigate bias in machine learning models during training and inference? The answer is A, SageMaker Clarify. SageMaker Clarify helps you understand your machine learning, right? It provides tools for pre-training and post-training bias detection. ML can be biased, models can be biased because humans are biased. And so it's being trained on biased data. So we have to detect the bias. For example, you know, maybe the model only likes to hire people who likes pizza. Then that's totally bias. That can't do, right? That's important. SageMaker Autopilot, we talked about it previously. It automatically train and tune ML model. SageMaker Studio, it's a tool, many tools to help you build ML models. Okay. SageMaker Pipeline is a purpose-built workflow orchestration service to automate machine learning development. Question 36. Which Amazon SageMaker feature allows you to deploy machine learning models to edge devices for real-time inference? Real-time inference. Now the keyword is edge devices. Which of this connect to edge devices, which is IoT devices? The answer is SageMaker Neo. Not SageMaker Autopilot, not SageMaker Studio. SageMaker Studio is an integrated machine learning environment where you can build, train, deploy, and analyze models. Remember? And SageMaker Feature Store is for storing a repository of features so that you can reuse it instead of making features again and again. It makes things way more convenient. All right? Question 37. How does Amazon Q Developer assist developers in reviewing merge requests? The answer is B. By flagging suspicious code patterns and assessing potential impacts. AWS Q Developer can help you automatically review codes within GitHub. When you create a new pull request or reopen a closed pull request, Amazon Q Developer automatically performs code review and provides feedback on code quality, potential issues, and high severity findings. Question 38. What does BERT score primarily evaluate in text generation or summarization tasks? The answer is C. The sentiment similarity between generated and reference text using contextual embedding. Question 39. Rogue is primarily used for evaluating which type of task. The answer is C. Text summarization and generalization. Rogue helps you to see if your summary is good by comparing it to correct or better summary. For example, your summary is the cat is cute and likes to play. The other summary is the cat loves to play and is very cute. So Rogue would Check how many similar words and phrases there are, like cat and cute, and give a score to show how close they are, right? How many words are the same, how many important phrases are the same, and it'll check how good your summary is. What is the primary function of Amazon Comprehend? Is it to generate synthetic medical data for training purpose? Do they need that? Is it to store medical records securely in the cloud or provide real-time diagnostic assistance to healthcare providers? Or is it to analyze and extract insights from unstructured medical data? What is it? The answer is D. It cannot be A because why would they generate synthetic data, right? It's to create insights. For example, it understands medical terms, right? It understands medical conditions like asthma, cancer. It understands medications. It understands dosage and frequency. It's created for medical data. Question 41. Which of the following types of data can Amazon comprehend medical analyze? Yes, the answer is unstructured data like clinical notes and medical text. Good that I drilled it in you. That's why I have repeating question. It's intentional. It's because I want to drill in the concept in your brain. 42. What is the primary function of AWS Health Lake? The primary function is to store, transfer, transact, and analyze health data at scale. Whenever you see the word lake, right, it's all about storing a lot of data at scale, right? So they have all this data coming in from different places. They're all dumping it into the lake so that eventually they can analyze it and use the data more efficiently and securely. All right? And it can be used for many research purposes. Question 43. In a general adversarial network, GAN, what is the role of a discriminator? The answer is A, to classify whether data is real or fake. Now, let me explain how this works. Okay, so in this, it's like a game. Okay, you have the generator who's like an artist. He tries to paint a fake Mona Lisa. So the artist tries to draw and make this fake Mona Lisa look as real as possible. Now, the generator, will give the picture to the discriminator who's trying to tell if this is a fake Mona Lisa or this is a real Mona Lisa. And it's like a discriminator is like a judge, or okay, so the judge will try to check if this is a real picture, is a real Mona Lisa, or whatever it is. And then he will declare it fake or real. All right. So then, uh, let's say perhaps the discriminator realized, hey, this is a fake Mona Lisa. It's fake. Gives it back. Generator will now try to get better and better at creating a picture of a real Mona Lisa until they are able to trick the discriminator. That's the thing. So the more the discriminator gets tricked, the better the artist is, right? Right? So I can create a lot of fake Mona Lisas. Not recommending you to do that, but just saying at the same time, right? The judge, which is the discriminator, gets better at spotting fake Mona Lisas, fake pictures, whatever that. They keep learning and keep improving. So this is the GAN, General Adversarial Network. They're playing a game. They're fighting against each other. The generators like trying to produce fake images. The discriminator is trying to check if this is fake or this is real or whatever it is. Okay, so the goal is for the generator to get so good at creating fake images that they the discriminator can't tell. Then that's the goal. Question 44. What is the basic idea behind adversarial process in GANs? I'm sure you know the answer. The answer is D. The generator tries to fool the discriminator while the discriminator tries to correctly identify fake data. Question 45. Which of the following is a key benefit of using SageMaker Feature Store for managing features? The answer is B. It helps ensure consistency and reusability of features across different machine learning models. Question 46. What is overfitting in machine learning? Overfitting. The answer is C. When a model performs well on training data but poorly on unseen data. So to explain overfitting, it's like a student learning too well. Okay, I give the student a practice paper. Okay, let's say for example, the student, instead of learning, the student just memorizes question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. If I give the student a different exam paper, do you think the student will excel? No, because the student didn't actually understand the concept. He was just memorizing the question answer, question answer. So if they get different questions, they wouldn't have the answer. That's similar to overfitting. Overfitting is when the model learns so well on training data and fits so tightly on the training data line that when new and unseen data comes in, it's unable to fit the line, unable to generalize to the new and unseen data. All right. Question 47. Which of the following is most likely to result in underfitting? The answer is A, using a very simple model to capture complex patterns in the data. So if you want to prevent underfitting, first train the model with enough data and make sure there's enough features, enough info. All right. Question 48. What is the primary purpose of multi-agent collaboration feature in Amazon Bedrock? The answer is C, to allow multiple AI agents to collaborate on complex multi-step tasks. Right. So what is Amazon Bedrock multi-agent? Right. It's about allowing developers to build, deploy, and manage multiple specialized agents seamlessly and let these agents work together. Of course, these agents, they have managers, supervisors, as well as workers. In Amazon Bedrock, what is the role of the supervised agent in a multi-agent collaboration system? The answer is B, to break down tasks, delegate them to specialized sub-agents, and consolidate outputs. I mean, I think this is easy. I mean, supervisor, that's what supervisor does. All right. Question 50. What is Amazon Connect primary for? Yes, Amazon Connect is to connect customer service people with customers, to build and manage customer based contact centers. Okay. Whenever you think Amazon Connect, just think it's connecting customers with customer service specialists. All right. So here are some key features and use case of Amazon Connect: omni-channel interactions, right? Connect allow business to engage with customers through various channels like SMS, WhatsApp, business, Apple Messenger, and self-service configuration. Intelligent automation, customer data management, skill-based routing. Question 51. What is AWS Glue primary use for? Is it a data storage? Is it data analytics? Is it data integration and ETL? Is it cloud-based application hosting? The answer is it is data integration and ETL, extract, transfer, load. Now, AWS Glue also help us to discover data in our different data sources like buckets. It They also have this AWS Glue crawler which crawls around our schemas and metadata to automatically create centralized data catalog within AWS Glue Data Catalog. All right. Question 52. What is the benefit of using Amazon SageMaker Jumpstart for companies with limited machine learning expertise? The answer is B. It simplifies the machine learning workflow with pre-built models and templates. Now, they have pre-built models and templates. They would save your time picking all these models, making all these models. Sorry, it also help you compare these different models and see what's their strength, what's their quality and response level. You pick a model, you try it out, and see how it goes. All right. Question 53. What is the primary function of Amazon A2I? Is it to build and train machine learning models? Is it to manage data storage for learning models? Is it to help machine get human help when they're not sure about prediction? Or is it to monitor the performance of AI models in real time? Now, the answer is C. Basically, sometimes AI doesn't know, right? They can't make the prediction. So that's when they get humans help to make the prediction. So imagine your robot that can make decisions or prediction based on data, like recognizing objects in photos or reading text from scanned documents. However, sometimes the AI might not be 100% sure that the decision about the decision, and it could make mistakes. You wouldn't want to rely on completely on robot when they're not confident, right? So that's why Amazon A2I helps us with that. When the robot is not confident about their prediction, they will get humans to view and make a final decision as a safety net. Okay? This human involvement ensures machine predictions are accurate. Question 54. Which of the following is a scenario where model parallelism would be beneficial? The answer is B. When the model is too large that requires more memory than a single GPU can provide. Now, model parallelism, what is it? Model parallelism is a technique where I distribute a large model across multiple devices such as GPUs when the model size exceeds the memory capacity of a single device. This approach is particularly beneficial in scenarios where the model is too large to fit the memory of a single device, or the model's architecture allows for partitioning, or high computational resources are available. Question 55. Which of the following is an example of hyperparameter in machine learning? C. Learning rates. Now, what's hyperparameter? So, like for example, if you're trying to bake a cake, you'll need flour, eggs, right? And you need to think about what temperature to bake this cake at. These are all hyperparameters of machine learning. Okay, so once you start baking, you can't change those parameters, right? You can't change what you have already put inside the cake. So in machine learning, it's similar. You cannot change these once you start training the ML models. If you want to change this, you have to change it when you start all over again. All right. So examples of hyperparameters in learning is learning rate, batch size, epochs. So to explain examples of hyperparameters in machine learning, learning rate is how quickly the model adjusts during training. Batch size is how much data the model looks at before adjusting its setting. Epochs is how many times the model looks at all the data to learn. So you can think of epochs like one lap, two lap, you ran how many laps. Okay. Then the last is number of layers, the depth and width of the model, like how many steps you want to follow in the recipe. All right. Question 56. What is the primary goal of dimension reduction in machine learning? Now, if you have reached the video at this point, please like and subscribe if you want me to post more of these videos. Thank you very much. The answer of 56 is C, to reduce the number of features while retaining important information, right? So, for example, 2D to 1D. I'm still keeping the important information, but I'm reducing the features, all right? You're only keeping the relevant information because sometimes you need to do that to improve the performance and efficiency of the machine learning models. Question 57. What is the primary function of stable diffusion? The answer is B, image generation from text description. For example, I can tell them, could you create an image of a futuristic city at sunset? Then it produces a visual representation of the scene, right? Like a picture. Could you create a picture of Mona Lisa? Yes. That's image generation from text description, which is using stable diffusion. All right. Question 58. What is the primary purpose of data augmentation in machine learning? Data augmentation. A. To artificially increase the size of training data sets by applying transformation to the original data set. For example, if my machine learning model I'm training on fingerprints, for example, now I need for example, I need like a million fingerprints. I can't possibly go to a million people and ask for their fingerprints. That's just not possible. I don't have enough data to do that. So that's where data augmentation come into place, where I artificially create fake fingerprints. I artificially increase the size of training data sets. Right. I kind of like maybe I can get like 10 fingerprints and then try to apply transformations to the original fingerprint so that I can create fake fingerprints and then use the fake fingerprints, create 1 million of them, and train my machine learning model. That's also an option because in this world, there'll always be cases where there's not enough data. So you have to use data augmentation. Okay. B is not the correct answer, to reduce the size of training data set by removing redundant data. That is not data augmentation. All right. That's more like data pruning or feature selection. Now, C is about splitting the data. Okay, that's about data splitting, sorry, and data partitioning. D is feature extraction. Okay, the official term is feature extraction, to extract features from data. Question 59. What is the primary function of an Amazon SageMaker endpoint? Endpoint. Now, whenever you see the word endpoint, right, it's usually about deploying machine learning models for real-time inference. In the exam, when you see the answer deploy machine learning models, the answer is always Amazon SageMaker endpoint. All right. Now for option A, to train machine learning models, we all know that's SageMaker, not the endpoint. To deploy it, you need SageMaker endpoint. To train it, use Amazon SageMaker. All right. Now, C is to store training data, and we know training data is typically stored in Amazon S3, not within the SageMaker endpoint, which is for deploying. Okay. D, to monitor model performance, this is not here. All right. Question 60. What is the primary function of Amazon Kendra? Amazon Kendra. Amazon Kendra is to provide managed search service for enterprise data. Think of it as your Google search bar, that it gives you capabilities of Google search bar to search through whatever you want to search through. All right. You can help your organization find various information through various data sources. B, to train machine learning models, that's SageMaker. To store large data sets, we know that's S3, not Amazon Kendra. D, to deploy machine learning models for inference, what is it? SageMaker endpoints. Endpoints. All right, perfect. Now, that's all the 60 questions. I hope that has helped you. I really hope that you pass the exam. Now, if you don't pass the exam, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. You can always try again. All right? Now, bless you and have a good day. Peace.